our lesson, okay? Let's start with the lesson. So look at the picture over here, okay? Can you tell me where are they and what are they doing?
I see they are eating in a restaurant.
Okay, good. So they are at a restaurant and they are eating, right? How often do you go to a restaurant, Miss Jasmine? How often?
Uh, Sometimes I go to a restaurant for eating.
Sometimes. Okay, so not often, just sometimes. Okay. What types of restaurants do you like? Like maybe Vietnamese or fast food, barbecue, buffet. What type of food do you like?
Uh, I like most of them. I like Vietnamese food uh, or uh, Japan, uh, Korea,
Japanese. Mm-hmm.
Japanese Korea restaurant.
Good. So you like Korean, Japanese, and Vietnamese food and restaurants. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Let's move on here, okay? So today we will be talking about eating out at restaurants. Let's start. Let's have a look at our lesson objectives for today. In this lesson, you will describe your favorite restaurant, discuss your eating preferences, okay? So let's start. Let's look at the pictures over here, okay? So this is answer the questions. So, how is the space of each restaurant? Can you tell me, Miss Jasmine, how is the space in picture A and picture B?
Uh, Picture I think uh, this the space in this restaurant is elegant. Picture B,
Good.
I think it is casual.
Very good. Well done. So picture A is elegant and picture B is casual, okay? And what about how does it look? Here, does it look noisy or quiet? Here, does it look quiet or crowded? How does it look?
Uh, I see picture A is quiet, and picture B is crowded.
Well done. So picture A, we see it's elegant and quiet. Picture B is casual and crowded, okay? Well done. Thank you for answering. Let's go to the next one, okay? This question is how does the food taste? So how does the food taste in picture A, Miss Jasmine?
I see they taste yummy. Uh,
Yummy. What
the
about picture B?
Picture B, I see she tastes maybe awful or terrible.
Awful. Awful or terrible. And what's the other word we can use with yummy? Yummy and
Delicious.
good. So we have tasty, awful, yummy, delicious, and terrible. Can you repeat these words for me, please, Miss Jasmine?
Yummy, tasty, delicious, awful, terrible.
Very good. So picture A is yummy, tasty, delicious. Picture B, we see that she says the food is awful and terrible, okay? Let's look at the next slide over here. Again, this says, how is the service? So can you tell me how is the service in picture A and picture B, please?
Picture A, the service is friendly, and picture B, the service is unfriendly.
Okay, so we see picture A is friendly, picture B is unfriendly, right? So the service in picture A is friendly and the service in picture B is unfriendly, right? There
Yes.
are a few things people usually think of when they decide to eat at a restaurant. What do you think of? Let's discuss that now, okay? So, what is the most important to you when you go to a restaurant, Miss Jasmine? Is it space, food, or service?
For me, I think the most important when I go to the restaurant is space.
Space. Okay,
Yes.
lovely. So let's move here, okay? This says, now let's talk about what do you think of when you decide to go to a restaurant, okay? So we have talked about space, food, and service, but besides those, when deciding to go to a restaurant, people also consider the price, the money for the food and location. Is it far from home? And other, okay? So other can be whatever you want it, besides the things that we already have, okay? Now, what do you think of these things? Is it important, not important? Let's go through it together, okay? So you can use the structures to explain your choice. Okay. For example, I find space important because I like to take photos when I want to eat in a restaurant and in an elegant and clean space. Okay. So
Yes.
let's start with important. Remember, okay? So you can use this structure over here when you're answering. Okay. So, Miss Jasmine, how important is space to you? Is it important, not important?
I find space important because I don't want to eat on the pavement. Hanoi is quite polluted, so I want to have a meal in a clean space.
Good. What about food? Is the way of how food tastes? Do you come back to a restaurant because of the food? Like, is it good or not good? Would you rate the food to be important or not important?
Uh, I, re- I really care about food because food is I think the is a main element.
Good. And what about service? Is service important or not important to you? Will you come back to a restaurant if the service is slow or unfriendly?
Uh, Service is I think it is important because I don't want to go to the restaurant that has the service is unfriendly.
Good. And what about price? Are you happy to pay more money for better food? Is price important or not important?
Mm, I think I find price not important because I am happy to pay more money for yummy food and clean space.
Very good. What about location? Is it okay for you to travel far? Is it important or not important?
Uh, I really don't care about location because it's fine for me to travel far.
Well done, Miss Jasmine. Okay, and then we have other, but we've covered everything. Okay, so well done, Miss Jasmine. Now I know what's important to you when you decide to go to a restaurant. Well done. Let me give you some feedback on what we have discussed so far. Okay, so Miss Jasmine, your vocabulary was absolutely incredible. Good use of grammar, pronunciation was very well done, and your final words were said very good. Your final sounds good naming the things that influence your restaurant preference, and wonderful using the structures. Okay, so you did really great in the first part. Let's go to the last slide, okay, before you speak over here. Now we have the next stage of your speaking. Okay, so over here we've discussed your favorite restaurant preferences. So do you have one favorite restaurant, Miss Jasmine? Is there one restaurant that you just simply love?
Yes.
Okay, good. So now you will describe that restaurant, okay? To describe your restaurant, first introduce the restaurant's name, okay? Say how far it is and give details about the food, space, price, and service. You have 1 minute to prepare for this, okay? But before you do, I'm going to give you an example of how you can say, okay? So, for example, I'll say maybe barbecue is one. So the restaurant is called barbecue. Barbecue is one of my favorite restaurants. It's about 2 kilometers from my house, so it's close. It's famous for chicken. It's also famous for beef. My favorite dish is the chicken. The space is casual, so I can enjoy a drink with my friend. The price is cheap. It's about $1 a dish. The service is fast and friendly. It makes me feel very comfortable. Okay. So, Miss Jasmine, I'll give you 1 minute to think about what you want to say. When you want me to stop and when you want to start, just tell me, okay? When you're
Yes.
ready.
Okay.
Okay, Miss Jasmine, you may begin.
Yes. I finished.
Yeah, you can so you're gonna read for me, okay? So you can read.
Okay. Uh, Phu Cuong is one of my favorite restaurants. Uh, it has 5 locations in Hanoi. Uh, a location of them is about 10 kilometers from my house, so it's quite far. Uh, they serve great salads, hot pot, and Vietnamese traditional dishes. It's famous for a Thai Vietnamese dish called bánh tráng. It has
Mm-hmm.
rice paper that roast with pork and many vegetables such as pineapple, cucumber, lettuce, and herbs. Mm, Then it goes well with a special fish sauce called mắm nêm. It tastes amazing. Uh, the food is excellent. The service is friendly and the price are moderate. Uh, the more people you go with, the cheaper the price. Um, uh, don't forget to make a reservation because it's very crowded and usually fully booked.
Very good, Miss Jasmine. That was brilliant. Well done. Lovely information. Thank you for that. So, thanks for talking about your favorite restaurant. Now, I have some feedback for you. Well done. That was really, really good. Okay. So, again, very good use of your vocabulary, good grammar, good pronunciation of your words. Well done on your final sounds. Good talk about your favorite restaurant and perfect using the suggested speaking outline to speak. Okay. So, again, I have some speaking advice for you on your speaking skills, okay? So, before we do that, so today we have discussed eating out at restaurants. Thank you for your enthusiastic participation. Now, I'd like to give you some feedback on your speaking skills, okay? So, again, very good use of your vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, and even your fluency was okay. So, Miss Jasmine, you did really well in today's lesson. I really enjoyed listening to you, especially in the last activity. You did outstanding. So well done to you. My only feedback that I can give you is keep pronouncing, keep practicing your words. You're only gonna get more and more fluent. Okay, keep practicing, keep reading, and your reading and your words will get more and more fluent. You did really great. Okay, so well done once again, and keep reading, keep practicing, and you will be doing even more better in future. So thank you for joining the session, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much, Miss Jasmine. Have a lovely night.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Goodbye.